Hey guys, hope we're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be talking about the major US and Australian differences that I have noticed. I have lived in Australia from the age of 4 to 25, so 21 years, and I have lived in America for 6 months. But without further ado, let's get into the major Australian and American differences that I have noticed. Number one, starting off with a light one, the bills here, oh my god, it feels like we're living in the 1980s. Rent you have to pay manually with a check, like paper and a pen. That's crazy to me. And the fact that you waste so much paper on bills that could have just been sent electronically and letters that didn't have to even go through the mail, like y'all could have been emailing me this. It's the same vibe as going to a 1-hour meeting when it could have just been said in an email. I requested a Chase 1 Sapphire credit card, and there's all these steps that you have to go through before actually requesting one. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try whatever. It got rejected on the spot, right? Cool, fair enough. Tell me why I got like 3 letters in the mail for the next couple of weeks explaining why they had to reject it. Like, okay, I get it, but you could have also emailed this to me. Like, you didn't have to send all those letters. Not really good for the environment. Number 2, you could really say, do, wear anything here. We're all inclusive, no matter our differences, because you have a freedom of speech and you have a freedom of opinion, and I can respect that, and you're not like an outsider for it. Number 3, if you achieve any type of success in America, you will be celebrated by most people. You will be encouraged. People will recognize your efforts and your hard work, and you will be rewarded for that exponentially. You will have raises. You will get promotions straight away. People will be fueled by your success and by your spirit and everything that you have achieved, and in most cases people will rush to you and be like, here are some more contacts, here are some more opportunities. Number 4, you might be wearing this really pretty skirt, right? And like I said, if an American doesn't like it, they're gonna say it straight to your face. I have a freedom of speech, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel about it, no questions asked. Like, did I ask for your opinion? No, but they're gonna give it to you anyways, type of vibe. In Australia, they might have an opinion on your skirt, but they're going to be really nice to your face, and then they're going to talk about that skirt to other people, and then also they're going to try to bring you down and, you know, homogenize you and pretend like, oh, are you going to a party? Oh my god, that skirt is so pretty, it's so nice, like, it's so out there, like, you know, everyone here is wearing jeans, like, why are you wearing like a skirt? Are you going somewhere? I don't know what I prefer. Like, do I prefer someone just to say out to my face that they don't like my skirt? Because it's like, I didn't ask you. I did not ask you. Number 5, onto more lighter topics. There's no use of slang at work. Everyone's like, hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. And it's very proper and formal and professional, which it makes sense. Whereas in Australia, we were like, g'day, what's up? Just like day-to-day simple things like I'm gonna get this done. That's how we talk. Here, I had to tweak my use of language a little bit. The only thing that I can't say is good evening. I feel like an old-fashioned person from the 19th century saying good evening. They love reminding you what time of the day it is. Everyone says morning. If you say hey, like, that's a little bit weird. Number 6, Americans do not play with the alcohol. Like, actually, let me rephrase. They play with the alcohol. Meaning, you go to a bar, it's free pour. Free pours for all. It's more expensive here. You get what you pay for. It's like 3 shots in 1 drink. I drink it and I would be like, this is pure poison. Like, I remember getting this one pitcher, it did not even taste like alcohol, it tasted like pure petrol, and 1 sip I felt tipsy. Whereas in Australia, we have specific measuring cups, and it has to be specifically 30 milliliters for a shot. Number 7, Americans could care less about the rules. If it goes against their opinion and their freedom of speech, we are turning the other cheek. Number 8, Americans will say whatever they want, whenever they want, in any setting. Now, this is a blessing and a curse. I found it a lot easier to befriend Americans because you meet them and straight away they're an open book. How was your day? Oh my god, you know, like, I caught the subway and this really gross guy was just staring at me for the whole ride, and he just kept on getting closer and closer. I swear he was about to touch my ass, and no one said anything about it. And then I get off the subway and I go into Starbucks, and the line is literally like around the block. Like, how does that even happen? I'm like, do I want to be late for work, or do I want to be on time and not come in with my pumpkin spice latte? Naturally, I go into the Starbucks and I wait in line. The guy serving me was so rude, and he couldn't even spell my name properly. Like, who spells Jennifer with one N? That's why I was late. How was your weekend? They're open books and they will tell you everything that's going on in their inner being, and I love that because I can actually talk to you. There are so many conversational branches that I could go in on that. In Australia, we'll say how are you and everyone just says good. On the other hand, Americans vent everything onto you, and what I've noticed is that's really affected me, and like I've been, taking all of this in. Number 9, and this has never made sense to me and it will never make sense to me. Americans are like crows. Let me explain. They see a shiny thing and everything else is gone out the window. You get judged socially by the things that you have. If Americans are flexing over their Gucci belts, Australians will be flexing over their summer European trip. We are very much experience orientated. When's your next trip? What are you going to be doing? Thank God minimalism has blessed the United States, because before it's like you need to have all of this makeup, and if not, you're a loser. Okay, so this is a little bit of a side note, but this is probably because I live in New York. But when you meet someone new, it's not, hey, how are you going? It's, hey, how are you? And what do? People base their judgment of what it is that you do, and they slot you into a societal class based on what you say. Number 10, through no fault of their own, Americans are very uneducated about money. Everyone in America, like, it would be weird if you're not in debt. In some sort of debt. Number 11, and this is totally a New York thing. It is a big flex if you're going somewhere on vacation or to the beach or somewhere naturey. It's such a daily grind here. You guys have no idea. I'm gonna be talking about this later, but like professional life, it's like go. Like, people are on it from morning to night. And so if you're like, oh, I'm going to vacation in, like, the Bahamas, like, people mostly go on vacation here. Or even if you're taking a day trip to Rockaway Beach or Coney Island, that's such a huge flex. Whereas in Sydney, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just popping by to the beach. Like, it's like a 5-minute walk for me. It's fine. If we're going on vacation, first of all, we don't call it vacation. We call it going on holiday. We go like hiking. We go backpacking in Vietnam. To go to the Bahamas to just relax for us, we got a beach like just 10 minutes away, sort of vibe. Number 12 goes crazy. Americans' work ethic goes unmatched. You could be working in a minimum wage job, getting paid $6 an hour. You could be crying 3 hours before your shift. You clock on and your entire face and your entire just vibe completely changes, and you are literally the best like customer service person ever. And it's crazy, like, knowing people and then seeing them work and then being like, you're a completely different person. In Australia, it's like, we don't get fired. You have to like steal money in order to get fired. America is like the epitome of capitalism, obviously, but like, you're not making me money because your service isn't up to par of like what I think your service should be. Get out. People are put to work here. You better work, bitch. No matter how much they talk shit about their job, they get the fucking job done. Number 13, if an American likes you, you'll know that an American likes you. And when they do, they're very like, whatever you say, they're not gonna question it. They're gonna be like, yes, your word's the Bible. If they don't, you'll know if an American doesn't like you. You say something about an opinion of yours and they're like, that's like very arbitrary, and they'll be like, oh my god, yeah, like me too, I totally get that, like I agree. Like, it's interesting. Number 14, when you're in a restaurant, do you say to go or takeaway? Now, I said takeaway in an American restaurant once, and the waitress was like, what? The what? Also, oh my god, Americans say the what? Like, if you don't hear something, what do you say? I say sorry, or I say what? What did you say? They say the what? Even if I don't say the in a sentence and they didn't hear me, they'll still say the what? Like, that's their way of saying sorry, or can you repeat that? Anyways, so I would say takeaway, and that's like not a word here. Like, people say, can I have this in a to-go box? Whereas in Australia, we say, can I get this takeaway? Which to-go just makes more sense in my opinion. Number 15, now I don't know if this is because we have some Australians working in the New York Daily Mail offices, but I have actually noticed that a lot of people say heaps reckon, no worries, keen, have a good one. I was finishing off at the gym and, you know, an American said, have a good one. And I always, like, every time I say have a good one in Australia, I always just imagine Americans being like, have a good one what? Number 16, no explanation needed. The coffee is horrible in America. Number 17, sushi is basically non-existent here, and if it is, it's really expensive and not as good. Number 18, in Australia, if you come to work early, if you leave late, you are considered a freak. In America, if you come to work early and if you leave late and if you take a 20-minute lunch break, you're gonna get a raise. People notice that straight away and they pick it up. It's considered that if you take a whole hour break, I'm not speaking about specific companies, but like conversations with my friends, you are considered like, what are you doing if you're taking a 1 hour lunch break? Like, what is going on today? Like, they eat at their desk and they go right back to work. Number 19, Americans really love festivities. Summer's meant to come around in June, July, August. Tell me why everyone is talking about summer in April. Everyone is in summer mode 2 months before summer is meant to happen. Tell me why we are in August, like 1st of August, that's still summer. Tell me why people are talking about pumpkin spice lattes in fall. I love that, like, people are much more festive here, not to say that Australians aren't, and people do put their Christmas trees up in September in Australia. Like, people love their, you know, Christmas holiday, but it's like everything, like Labor Day has to be a big thing. That was my 19 big differences that I noticed being here in America. I will definitely keep on doing these because there are a lot of differences and similarities as well, but I hope that you enjoyed this and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.